We aim to offer a fast-track solution for corporates to take action in their own sustainability agenda. In action, Birk Earth works on mitigating the conditions that promote desertification. And this is done working on improving both environment and quality of life of chosen communities, right? Combating desertification is about afforestation and reforestation. It's about repairing the ecosystems in those regions. And of course, it's about putting up people initiatives to solve real problems. I will explain the business model and then I will connect it with the business solution. Birk Earth is a service startup. It's not an NGO. However, NGOs are a very significant part of the network slash ecosystem that we want to build, right? They're actually in the supply side of the model. Many organizations are doing incredible work in local communities, right? Whether it is afforestation, repairing ecosystems, or working to improve the conditions of local communities, right? On the demand side of the model, we have corporations. They have the resources and they are starting to look into this direction because of social responsibility or because of compliance reasons. For what we have seen, branding and corporate reputation are also a highly compelling factor. So money flows from A to B, normally in the form of donations, right? Typically through corporate foundations. And what we have seen is that in many cases, this is reactive and blocks the NGO's effectiveness and long-term impact, okay? In our model, corporate funding is a direct expense coming from the budgets for sustainability, corporate reputation, and social responsibility, okay? In the next slide, I will share detail on what is the solution package that corporates would get in this model. So following the arrows here, money is also allocated on a subscription basis, of course to projects, but also to PR and sustainability reporting. What this means is that throughout a renewable yearly subscription, Birk will do smart, high quality, and very targeted coverage of all aspects of the participation, the impact and the contribution of each customer. Birk will look for opportunities to develop and involve a partner ecosystem to bring efficiencies in any given link of the value chains, okay? So Birk is a service startup, not necessarily a SaaS startup, okay? This is an important difference because, of course, the initiative and the project relies heavily on data, okay? And there will be a dashboard and there will be data and content for customers and other stakeholders. But the platform, rather than being the product, is basically a customer success component. Now let's look at the concrete benefits that we want to produce, okay? In the first place, people in local affected communities are the main stakeholder of this initiative, okay? The ultimate goal of putting all of this together in motion is because of them, right? They get support, they get enhanced conditions and a positive impact in their quality of life. Please, again, feel free to pause the video so you can sink in these ideas, right? And then we show the commitment and the things that they provide for this project. Now corporations, remember they are the customer stakeholder of this project, okay? This list gathers the main benefits they get, or let's say these are the components of the solution that they would buy, okay? Speed, impact, compliance, etc. I will get into the detail of each. Again, just pause the video to let them sink in. Maybe to mention what has been more significant for people during validation, speed in the first place. This is jumping into creating impact with no need of complex planning, deployment, tracking, team alignment, etc., etc. Recognition has been significant too, which directly impacts in their business goals, okay? As I mentioned, connects with corporate reputation, with corporate responsibility, with branding, and obviously with business acceleration, right? And the third one is shareholder success tools, which includes directly supporting them on CSR reporting, right? And this is what they give. Existing NGOs are the power partner of this initiative. It is them doing the amazing work on site and engaging with local communities, okay? A partnership with Birk Earth would amplify what they are already doing, be a more consistent and predictable funding, but also hopefully contributing to enhance what they are doing by means of a third-party tech ecosystem, right? And this is what they give, and they're very good at it. Their commitment, data, transparency, and high ethics. Maybe a sort of disclaimer now. We want to enable corporations to accelerate impact. However, Birk Earth is a complement and not a substitute of the efforts they take on their sustainability journey. Okay, so to conclude this video, let's look at where we are and what's lying ahead, okay? What you will see here is what is happening. To me, it's always more interesting how these things are laid out, but that doesn't show in the slide. Of course, if it is relevant for you, this could be the topic of a conversation. So right now, we are running a very thorough validation with corporates and partners, meaning NGOs. This is proof of concept and defining the minimum viable product with two main outputs, okay? One, the business case to move forwards, obviously, and hopefully a clear intention from a number of corporates and NGOs to move forward. Attracting funding and talent are key in this phase. Then we have a development phase, basically aimed to create traction and close the first partnerships. It includes the setup of the commercial operations where sales and marketing are born aligned and integrated. And we finish with a launch phase where we work on executing the traction strategy, engaging with the first commitment cycles, meaning sales, and as importantly, deployment of the first impact projects. So right now, if you're watching this, and especially the fundraising and talent parts are relevant for you, please get in touch, okay? To me, the people involved are the absolute first success factor because a very solid foundation of the company is crucial, both for growth and for enjoying the ride. Right, so we described the solution and then explained the specific benefits that we want to produce for the relevant stakeholders of this initiative, right? To keep on point, I omitted, for example, the success factors that we identified for the overall success of this initiative, including the network effects, etc. I did not touch upon the traction strategy. I didn't mention the key roles of the founding team, and I also didn't mention the specific SDGs that such an initiative directly impacts, okay? But if these data points are relevant for you, maybe this could be the reason for a conversation, okay? As a final thought, remember that regardless how we frame this problem, combating desertification is about preserving the conditions for local communities not to be destroyed, right? And people being forced to be cast away, okay? In my opinion, what blocks the efforts against desertification is that it is frequently deemed as a national problem, right? And then it becomes relevant only for the countries that directly suffer it, right? And if it is a national thing, then it's a government problem, and then it becomes a political issue, and then it slows down, right? So an alternative to that is smart networks with clear ways of collaborating, right? And these networks necessarily are constituted by corporates, right? By non-profit organizations, by experts in their field, by technology partners, everybody collaborating in a single value chain, as it were, right? And this is the type of network that we would like to build with Birk Earth. So I am Mauricio. Thank you for watching this video and do great.